this is how to send a formal email. So here I am in my UC email account, and I'm going to send my professor an email, and I'm going to type her address in here, and one could be ruth.benander@uc.edu if that's your professor, or you might be doing brenda.refai@uc.edu if that's your professor. I always want to put a subject in a formal email, and so this particular email is the readiness assessment check-in. So I want to give a subject that lets the person know what my email is going to be about. Then I want to use a formal salutation at the beginning of my email. So in this case, I'm going to write, Dear Professor Refai. I would write Dear Professor Benander if that's the professor that I'm writing to. And I'll put a comma, and then I'm going to put a space in between the two. And then I'm going to say, Dear Professor Refai, this message is the readiness assessment check-in. Now let's see, it says introduce yourself to the instructor. So in this particular case I would say I would like to introduce myself, and then here I would give a couple of sentences about my so here's my personal introduction. And I would write my introduction there, and then when I get to the end I have to make sure that I add my Gmail address. Finally, comma, here is my Gmail address, benander@gmail.com, or whatever your email for Gmail is. And then I'm going to finish sincerely, and then I'll put my name at the end. I'll put my whole name there so that the professor knows who I am, because this is a new class. And then when I'm done, I'll click on send. Now the other thing that I want to make sure before I click on send is I have a little red underline under Refai and a little red underline under Gmail. Refai I know is spelled correctly, because this is a person's name and spell check won't catch it. Gmail, though, if I right click on Gmail, it tells me I have to capitalize the G. So when you do a formal email, make sure you always spell check it as well. And then I click on send.